Suzette Hackney from the Free Press.
Ed White, Associated Press.
Simone Landon with the Huffington Post.
Leonard Fleming, Detroit News.
Morning.
Good. I'm not sure who's on first, but I'm ready to go with any questions that you may have.
Ladies first.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I'll start out. This is Suzette from the Free Press. It's good to hear your voice.
Well, good to talk to you for that.
How are you feeling? Tell us the real deal from your mouth. What's happened with your health over the last month or so?
Well, I went in. I wasn't feeling well, and I've been very fortunate in my life that I've been very in tune with my body. I've always been very healthy, and as I started to feel pretty bad, I went into Henry Ford and asked them to take a look at me, and that's when they found out that I had a tear in my intestine. And so they told me I needed to stay in the hospital and have this operation. And so I had the operation on the 24th, and I was just on meds for about 9 days in the hospital, getting my system cleaned out. And I'll tell you, when I looked at the incision that was made, I'm not a weak sister, but I tell you, I was pretty scared to see my stomach laying wide open.
Wow.
And long story short, it's healed. It's almost, I'd say I'm 80 to 90% healed as far as the incision is concerned. No pain, walking around, so I'm doing quite well. The doctors seem to be pretty happy with where I am.
Mayor Leonard Fleming, good to hear your voice as well. And at this point, do you have any other health issues that you're contending with that could give you a slower recovery? I mean, I know you're rushing to get back here with all the issues that are going on with the consent agreement and all that. Are there any other health issues that you're dealing with?
There are absolutely no health issues at all, other than making sure that the incision is completely healed. And what they've done is let nature take its course, rather than to try to sew up or staple the incision. They've let it heal from the inside out. And so I've seen a tremendous improvement in terms of where I am with that. So other than that, I have no health problems whatsoever. Now, what has happened is that I have not been able to eat. As my appetite has changed quite a bit because those 8 or 9 days in the hospital, I wasn't. There was no intake of food, so I've lost about, say, 12 pounds. I went in the hospital. I was 200 pounds. I came out. I was about 188. So what I'm doing now is trying to make sure that I regain my appetite so I can eat and gain my strength and my weight back.
Have you had to change your diet as well?
No change in the diet whatsoever. I can eat anything that I want.
Mayor, can you please tell us when you plan to return to this building? Are you on schedule? Can you give a specific date?
I am. I had planned to come back at the end of this month. The end of this month is Monday, the 30th. That's the day I intend to be back.
And will it be on a full-time schedule, Mayor, or are we talking a few hours a day initially?
Well, I think I'll phase it in. I don't want to come back in and try to work, 14, 16 hours a day. I want to be smart as to how I approach this, because I don't think anything is more important than my health. So I want to make sure as I come back in with all the things that are going on, I've been pretty blessed that we've got a staff that's very capable. And so they've been doing, I think, a pretty good job in my absence, and I appreciate that. But there's a lot of work to be done, but we're not going to get it done overnight, so we're going to be smart in terms of how we approach this.
Mayor, between now and until the end of the month when you're back in the office, how much input are you going to be having in this process of appointing the Financial Advisory Board and the CFO and the Project Management Director moving forward? I know there was one joint appointment yesterday, but how much are we seeing moving forward? How much discussion do you have with the state on those appointments?
Well, I'm totally engaged with that. The 3 persons that's been named up to this point, I've been in contact with the state. I've been in contact with those individuals. And fortunately, those folks I know very well over a long period of time. So I'm very pleased that we were able to start off with the first 3 selections, getting the caliber of people that we have so far to sign on. And I think that's an indication of filling this 9-person board out, because now I think there are other people that are now interested and say that we're trying to do this the right way, getting the experience and the expertise that we need to make the necessary changes on a going forward basis.